Hey, PopRockers, Paul with you. Hey, I recently sat down with Caitlyn Shadbolt and we spoke about her new single. Here she is, Caitlyn Shadbolt. Good morning, Caitlyn. How are you today?
I'm well, how you doing?
Yeah, I just had a major panic, but we're here. We're recording.
Uh,
Um,
just a
thank you.
just a small little breakdown, but it's fine. We're all here.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day to join us and talk about your new single, Common Ground.
No worries. Thanks for having me on board.
Anything we can do to support local music, Australian music, and push it out, the more we can do, the better it is.
Mm.
Hey, tell us about Common Ground. How did you come up with it? How did it all come about for you?
Yeah, so I have a very good friend and songwriter and artist in her own right, Sarah Buckley,
Yeah,
who I just love and adore writing with, and we've written quite a few songs together. And I will often go and visit her in sort of Byron Bay area and
yeah,
just hang out with her for a couple of days. And so I did that, I think it was must have been late last year or early this year, and yeah, just spent a few days writing songs, and we
yeah,
we came up with this one. And Sarah had this the chorus melody of Common Ground, and I just was like, holy dooly, that's amazing. We've got to write
yeah,
something based around this melody. And so yeah, I think she came up with the concept of Common Ground, and then I kind of really just latched onto it because I love the concept that in the end, we wrote this song about myself and my partner
yeah,
because I grew up in Gympie. I still live here, but
yeah,
and I, went to a school with not that many people, and I had acreage. And in the
yeah,
afternoons, I'd feed the pigs and the chooks. And my partner grew up by the ocean, sort of
yeah,
Wollongong area. So in the afternoons, he would go surfing, and it's really quite contrasting, but
yeah.
together we've met and we both love and adore music, and that's kind of like our common ground. So yeah, I pretty much wrote the song just based around that, and
Yeah.
that's been my personal experience. But I also think it's really cool, and the thing I love about songs is that you can connect to them and interpret them in different ways if you
Yep.
choose. So I also love that this song can be interpreted like just humans in general, where there's so many differences
Yep.
about us, and it's really easy to find what is different about a person. But I think what we lack in today's society is finding
Yep.
the common ground and all the beautiful things we have in common and the things we share. So yeah, that's what this song's based around.
Cool. And it's part of your new studio album, Bloom and Surrender.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, yes. Yeah, so Bloom and Surrender, I released that probably 5 weeks ago
Yep.
now. Third studio album officially, and this time around did things a little bit differently. So
Yep.
um, I as we all did, had a bit of spare time in 2020.
Yep.
So I found myself writing these songs that were quite different to what I would normally write. Um, and then I had all these upbeat, fun pop country songs as well. And I wanted to record them all, but I didn't know how they'd fit on the one
Yep.
record. So I decided, let's go Bloom, Surrender. One side, part
Yep.
A is, upbeat pop country songs, and the other side is like reflective, introverted singer-songwriter.
Yep.
So it's one album, but it's kind of like there's two sides.
Cool. Hey, I did have a question right on the tip of my tongue. As everything like today, it's all going pear-shaped. Is,
It's totally
how do
fine.
you yeah, like, this is your 3rd album.
Mm.
What how do you get inspired to sit down and write an album? What do you do? Is there any set process where you just go, "Hey, I've got these ideas, I've recorded them on my voice recorder," and
Yeah, it's interesting because the crazy thing about songs is that they come from all different areas.
yep,
There's no song that I've written that has been the exact same process each time.
yep,
So in some ways, it's like a big life moment where I'm like, oh, if there's emotions that I've got to deal with, and so I'll
yep,
write. And other times I'm just in a scheduled co-writing session and we come up with something. And other times and this is where I find I write the best
yep,
songs, is when I'm bored and I've got
yep,
nothing better to do, and I've actually, I'm not distracted by things, and I just find myself then being creative and coming up with these concepts, and I've got this time to, for my brain to go all deep,
yep,
and the conks to go, and Yeah, so it's all really different. But I must say, coming writing my third album, I was like, surely there's nothing left to write about.
Yep.
Surely I've done it. What else am I going to do? But funny enough, you always find something.
Yeah. Do you think it gets easier or harder the more albums you come out with?
Oh, that's a good question. I think easier in terms of being able to write a song, because as a
Yep.
songwriter, you get better each time, but harder to come up with new and original stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, okay, now you said this is like your third album.
Mm.
People can listen to it on streaming services, Spotify, SoundCloud.
Yeah, it's available on all the major streaming
Yep.
platforms, so Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube,
Yep.
and then I've also got an online store if you want an actual CD, a physical
Yep.
copy. They're
Oh, yeah.
definitely going out of style, but if you want a signed CD or merch or anything like
Yep.
that, I've got an online store, which is just CaitlynShadbolt.com.
Cool. We'll have the description for that down below in a bit, um,
Yeah.
and we're going to hit it up very soon because what we're going to be doing very shortly, a quick shameless plug, is that we're going to be collecting merch from artists that we speak to,
Oh, cool. Nice.
and we're going to be giving it away on our Sunday wrap, on our weekly wrap every Sunday, so people can tune in, get the code that we send through our app, and
Mhm.
give us a message, and we're going to send that stuff out. So right after this, I'm going to hit that merch store up and get some.
Amazing.
If you see an order come through for us, make sure you sign the CD before you send it to us.
I will, definitely.
Cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, expect that in the next hour or so. That's gonna be
Amazing.
wicked.
That's
Yeah.
sweet.
What do you think about streaming services compared to old school releasing CDs and things?
Yeah, good question. I think like anything in life, there's a great side and there's a not so great side. The great side is that there's this platform that allows people from literally anywhere in the world to be able to discover your
Yep.
music. People can listen to it's open slather
Yeah.
really. And
Yep.
so that allows then people to get to know the songs, and then hopefully buy a ticket to a gig or come see you at a festival or something like that.
Yep.
I love that side of things. Obviously, the worst part of it, and I think it's safe to say this on behalf of every songwriter ever, is the financial side of things is absolutely woeful, and I really do
Yeah.
think it needs to be shifted. Because yeah, when we move physical copies and CDs, and back in the day, and radio players and that,
Yep.
it's awesome. I feel like everyone can actually. There's an economy there,
Yep.
and you can actually.
And you get a physical product too.
That's right. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And I think also if you have to save up to buy a CD, then I feel like there's also a level of respect of
Yep.
this is literally a work of art and I'm going to listen to it and appreciate it. Whereas I think sometimes streaming services is like, oh man, that didn't
Yep.
catch me the first 10 seconds. I'm out, moving on, moving on.
Yep.
Yeah. So look, like everything, the world is forever evolving and
Yep.
we'll go with it regardless. But I think that there's a few tweaks would be awesome.
Yeah. That's why we always plug and say to everyone who's listening and watching to actually go to your site, your website, and hit your merch store up because it's a great way of supporting artists. A lot better than
Absolutely.
just listening to the music.
Totally, and that's the thing. Sure, if you wanna listen to the music, I would absolutely love that.
Yep.
But financially, if you wanna support an artist, yeah, follow their social media platforms. Just engage,
Yep.
get tickets and merchandise. Yeah.
And plus, artists can't live on nothing. They've got to be rewarded for their work. So it's a great way of showing your appreciation and rewarding the artist.
Yeah, we're pretty good at living off next to nothing, but
Yeah,
not nothing.
yeah. We could all become breatharians.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, being from Gympie, do you get
Mm.
to many of the music musters they have out there?
I do, yeah. I've been to many, many, many. That was probably one of the first festivals I went to, and I think the first singing competition I ever did.
Yeah.
Did woeful, by the way, but that's all right. So yeah, I've been to quite a number, and I'm actually playing again this year, so it's
Oh,
yeah,
wicked.
cool. Yeah.
Do you get out touring very much?
Yeah, I'm on tour at the moment.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like the last couple of years has been a real blur, and the show's been very scattered.
Yep.
Yeah, this year feels like the most kind of normal year, I guess you could say, and it's been really great to play shows and yeah,
Cool.
sell the record and stuff like that. So I've been on tour with Brad Cox, which has been really awesome. I got to open the shows for him. I just got home from being in Birdsville,
Oh, yeah.
way out west, which was amazing. And then yeah, I've got a few more shows left in the calendar. So
Well, quick shout out to all the PR companies out there who are pushing artists and want their artists access to, people have access to the artists and things. We have a free gig guide, and if you
Um,
send us the details, we can then upload all your details to our free gig guide, and
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. I'd love to do that.
yeah. So all the PR companies out there who are listening, and we can set them up so they can upload it themselves if they want to. So it's a free
Yeah,
gig. Yeah, the gig guide's free on our website, poprockradio.com.au. Another shameless plug there. Woohoo.
yeah, get it in there.
Yeah. Alrighty. Gimpy. We spoke about Gimpy. How about shows like Australian Idol and things like that? What do you
Hmm.
think of them? Would you ever go on a show like that?
Yeah, well, funny enough, that was kind of like my launching thing.
Yep.
Almost 10 years ago, I did X Factor.
Yep.
I was 18 at the time and the opportunity popped up and I went and I have this thing where I say, if in doubt, say yes.
Yep.
So that's what I did. And I mean, I was really fortunate. I got to the top 5 and I
Yep.
got kicked off right in time. I didn't
Ah,
get contracted into anything, but I had a really great experience and I can only speak for myself, but I
yep.
feel like it was so awesome to go onto national TV, represent Gympie
Yep.
and Aussie country music, and just go out there shamelessly and say, "This is what I love," and having the audience and a platform to actually
Yep.
do that. So yeah, it's been good for me.
I think about the second person that we've spoken to and asked that question.
Mm.
The only other person who's done it that we know of from who we've spoken to, excuse me, is Ella and Sienna from South Australia.
Mhm. Mhm.
So from everyone we've spoken to in 9 months, you two are the only two that ever say yes, that you've done it. And sometimes I reckon, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong here, is that by not winning it and coming in the top, 10, top 5
Mm.
is actually better for your career than actually winning it.
Absolutely. It's funny because everyone was saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry, got kicked off," and I
Yep.
was like, "1.5, yes, it's good."
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, and look, I think those shows are probably definitely they've had their day.
Yep.
You could probably argue. Um, but yeah, again, I think if you go on the show to be able to share your love of music and share what you do and be able to have that platform and
Yep.
you go in all guns blazing with a positive,
Yep.
then I think you can have really good results. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, it's good because, like you said, you can, and like everyone else who's done it, I think, Carly Rae Jepsen even said it, that she
Mhm.
come third in Canadian Idol or American Idol or something. She said she gets all the reward for being on the show. She gets all
Yeah.
the publicity, but
Yeah.
doesn't have to sign any gritty, grotty contracts at the end of it.
That's right, yeah, and the reality is it is still a TV show and it's still business, so,
Yeah.
they're still chasing something at the end of the day, but, yeah, if you get booted off in time, then you get to, yeah,
Yeah.
take the good stuff and leave the rest.
Cool. What's coming up for Caitlyn Shadbolt?
Mhm. Yeah, well, look, touring's
Yep.
the big thing at the moment, yeah, so I've still got a few more shows. I'll shoot in the
Yep.
shows to your gig guide, but, they're on my website as well. And that's pretty much where my head is at the moment.
Yep.
We just released a music video for Common Ground, so that was a lot of fun. I got to utilize the local
Yep.
area and a local videographer, Leroy Todd. And yeah, pretty much just, and look, I'm forever writing. I'm always thinking about the next thing, but I'm probably just going to take the next few months to just enjoy the fact that I've released this album, get as many people to listen to it as possible, do all the promo, and do a
Yep.
bunch of shows and meet some wonderful people.
Cool. So we'll have the video clip at the end of the interview so people can watch this and then watch the video clip.
Awesome.
Um, with your touring, are you
Mhm.
gonna come to Western Australia?
That would be amazing, and I would so love to one day if I had the opportunity to. So, as you know, it's pretty expensive to get over
Oh, it
there,
is, yeah.
fly a crew. So yeah, if a festival or an event popped up
Yep.
that gave me the opportunity to get there, I would be there. Yeah, in a
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I think 'cause, down south, I know Mandurah, which is about 20 minutes from where I am. I'm 40 minutes from Perth, so they're 20 minutes further south. They have a country festival, and if you
Mhm.
go further south again, they have a few country festivals. So hopefully one day
Yeah,
we'll get to see you
absolutely.
across here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be great because 'cause I've never been to WA at all, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Half of WA, like, if you go to Perth, there's a good punk pop scene, so if you're into punk and pop, go
Yeah.
there, and if you're in the
Oh,
country, head south, yeah.
wow, interesting. That's good to know.
Yeah. Are you gonna release any punk pop songs?
No, it's not on the plans, but who knows what life will throw at me, so it could go there
Yeah.
yet. Never know.
Oh, cool. Well, good luck with the song. I hope it goes really well for you. Like we said, we'll have it at the end of the video and everyone can tune in and have a listen.
Thank you.
But I know we've been pushing it on Pop Rock Country. You've
Mhm.
seen it on there. So if people want, they can jump on Pop Rock Country and have a listen, or they can head to your streaming to the streaming services and have
Yeah.
a listen. But
Yeah.
more importantly, head to the website, go to the merch store, and grab yourself some gear.
Yes, please. I
Yeah.
love
Well,
that.
thank you for taking time out of your day because I know it's in the middle of the day in
Yeah.
Queensland. I can see at the back, it looks nice and shiny at the back.
It is actually, it's quite a nice day. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love Queensland. Oh,
It's
so
a good place to be.
yeah, I spent a few years in Cairns.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I just love the hot weather, the stinky, steamy humidity. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I like it too, yeah.
Yeah, too easy. All right, well, good luck. Hopefully, it'll go well for you, and we can't wait to see more and more and hear more and more from yourself.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Too
Cheers.
easy.
I grew up in a small town. You learn to walk on the sand. 1,000 kids in your school. I had 1,000 acres of land. I'm not like the girls in your city. You're not like the boys round here. Oh, won't you come with me? Let's get out of here. I bet I can take you somewhere. You ain't never seen the stars so bright. Yeah, it's different out here. Oh, it'll clear your mind. Baby, we can meet in the middle. There's still a lot to figure out. But when I'm in your arms, there ain't a doubt. Yeah, we found some common ground. I learned to drive in my dad's truck. You learn to serve with your brother. Despite the worlds between us, we somehow found each other. So play me all your old school records, and I'll sing a little country rhyme. There's always something to discover. Oh, so just for tonight, I bet I can take you somewhere. You ain't never seen the stars so bright. Yeah, it's different out here. Oh, in a clear night. Baby, we can meet in the middle. There's still a lot to figure out. But when I'm in your arms, there ain't a doubt. Yeah, we found some common ground. We've both been down some strange roads, little lost along the way. But without all the wrong turns that we took, we wouldn't be here today. And you say that I bet I could take you somewhere. You ain't never seen the light so bright. Well, the buzz ain't just in what you're sipping, or the city don't sleep at night. And there might be a world between us, but the world's in the palm of our hands. So if you get your